So tomorrow, when we have class tomorrow, if you come tomorrow and you drive, be careful, slippery, and if you walk, be careful, it's slippery on the sidewalks. The sidewalks will be slippery. We talked a little bit about next week, Martin Luther King Day. The news. Yes. What's happening in the news?
More people.
Practice. Yes.
Even worse, the war in Gaza is spreading to Lebanon. So Gaza, southern, the north, Lebanon, and now trouble from Yemen. What's happening from Yemen?
Yes. Help Gaza.
What's happening?
Help, no.
The Houthi shooting ships. Uh-oh. So now, what happens when someone shoots from there? The missiles may go back. So this is very upsetting that this is spreading, this urge to fight and shoot and kill. And this is very bad for lots of reasons. Who is getting killed mostly? Who is dying?
People. Civils.
Civilians. What is it? What are civilians?
People without guns.
Yes, people that are ordinary people living their life, not soldiers, civilians. How are they being killed? How in Gaza? How are they being killed?
By bomb.
The bombs. But also, now people are dying from what else?
No water.
Lack. What does that mean, lack?
No
Don't
water.
have any. When you lack something, it means you don't have it. No medicine,
Yes.
No food.
No food.
food,
No water.
no water.
Shelter.
What is shelter? Housing. Place to come in from the bad weather. Right now in Gaza, it is winter. Winter in Gaza. Not this cold, but cold. You might have to wear, you want to wear a coat in Gaza. So that's what's going on there. And now something else happened yesterday. Was it yesterday or Saturday? Yeah, it was Sunday. In Bangladesh. What happened in Bangladesh? Who knows? What happened in Bangladesh?
Voting.
Voting, yes.
What is vacation? Education. The vacation in Bangladesh.
Yes. The president was re-elected. What does re-elected mean?
Again,
Again, elected again. Right. So the president has been there for a long time. And she's going to stay for longer yet. I think 6 years. 4 years or 6 years, I can't remember. So that's what happened in Bangladesh. So I have some local news to tell you, something that I think is information for you. This is information for you about finances, money. A couple things. My bank, where I have my bank account, credit card, all that, they told me it's a big bank company. It's called Chase Bank. Maybe you have seen them. Like here in Hamtramck, you've got PNC and Huntington, but there's another one that's all over the country. It's called Chase Bank. And I go there because it's close by my house. They let me know as a customer to be careful. Careful about what? Well, two things. Number one, credit card. If you have a credit card, sometimes they say you can put your credit card or you can slide it. Tap or slide? Pardon?
both like
Which one is better?
tap.
Tap. You should always try to tap your card. Except if maybe you're in a place where you know somebody that has the business. But there are people that are stealing your code. They want your code. So tap. If you go to the gas station, tap. If you go to a grocery store somewhere to buy some milk, tap. If you use that card. The other thing they said is, if you get a call, if you are called on the telephone or your cell phone, and you get a call and it says, "This is your bank. We want to tell you something about your account." And they say to you, "I need to verify that I'm talking to you. Saeed. Saeed, we want to verify that it's you, Saeed, we're talking to. What is your address?" Tell them nothing. Nothing.
This one hacker.
Or it's hacking. They want information about you. So what do you say? Maybe you have a bank account at PNC. And they say, "This is PNC. We have a problem." Then you say to them, "Oh, okay. I will call you back. What is your number?" And you call back at the PNC. You call them back. You call, not them calling you. Don't tell them anything. Not your name, not your address, not the 4 numbers from your Social Security. Sometimes the new one is, what is your mother's name? Yes, yes. Why do they want that information? Why do they want that information?
Because they need still money.
To steal money. Or to sell your name to another place for advertising, whatever. To hack, to steal. So be careful. Now there's more. Checks. Handwritten checks. You folks are all young and probably don't use this much, but to pay bills, many people write checks. A little piece of paper, $100 goes to Comcast or to Edison. Put it in the mail and mail it. Or send a check to a friend or relative for a present. Oh, it's your birthday. I send you a check as a present. People are stealing checks. So if you write a check to mail, don't put it in a blue box. You know the blue mailboxes? The mailboxes,
Yeah.
the blue ones? Don't put it in there. Take it to the post office. Go to a post office. Because people are stealing checks. Crazy. Very crazy. Information to keep in mind. So let's move on here a little bit to everyone get this one?
Yes.
We talked before the break, we talked about conditionals. What does that mean? What does will mean?
Future.
Pardon?
Future.
It's future. I will go. Okay.
I'm going to right now. Go to the store. No, it is future.
Both future.
Both future.
So even though this is am going, if I said I am going
Right now.
walking, it means right now. But when you say I am going to go, it
I
becomes
will.
future. I am going to go to the store. It means not now, but in the future. So this one is more clear. I will go to the store. Future tense. But then we have the conditional.
I would go to the store and I had the money.
Okay. That's the conditions. It means I would go, it means I will go if I had some money. So if you use this one or will, it's about the same thing. I would go if I had money. These are the conditions.
And this-
I would wear that
So that my
Is one. That's the condition. In this case, it's the reason. So this use of the word would, you see it. So you will also hear it.
Would you like some lunch?
you like.
Yes, I will.
Would you like some lunch? Yes, I.
Well,
Yes, I would. Or no, I
don't.
wouldn't. So in this case with the question, it doesn't say no if, no so that, but it's a way of asking in certain, if it was given to you, would you like some? So give this number 1, 2, 3, 4.
if you want the money.
See if you can answer these questions in your words for a minute. On this one. Write it in. Answer the questions
If you want
in
money.
your mind.
I would.
I
I would buy.
I would buy someone.
New Mercedes.
I know. A Mercedes? Not a Tesla?
No.
No? Why?
So quiet. I like.
Brand.
Yeah.
I'll
I saw this movie on TV with this guy with this Subaru Sport.
Yeah.
Big engine, 4-liter engine. Very
If you go
But
that picture,
expensive.
Yeah. Good.
that this class, what do you teach adults?
If you would, I'm gonna go.
If you wear that picture,
What do you
this
want?
class. This class what? Teach.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this up here. We'll talk more about him. Let's break it at least. I forgot something about the news. Local news. Yesterday was a big football game. What is football? What is football? American football. What is that? Yes. Football, United States football uses a ball that's not round. And you throw the ball and it like this, and it's mostly thrown, although a little bit of kicking at the end. But yesterday was a big game with Detroit, and they played another team called the Vikings. So some of these names for sports, where do they come from? The Lions. What are lions?
What?
Lions.
Detroit?
But what is a lion?
Like
It's an animal. Arr! Strong, king of the beasts, the lions. Then they played the Vikings. Vikings are people from history, from Scandinavia, that was very fighters. Yes. So these things carry on, these names, and that was a very important game. We have to remember about Detroit, and when we think of Detroit, we think about automobile industry. That's how Detroit gets its money, through GM, Ford, Chrysler. people working in factories making things. But there's also people spend a lot of money on sports, athletics, like
Gaming.
this is the other football, which
This-
in the US is called soccer.
Yeah.
Big money. Yes. People spend a lot of money on tickets, also to watch special programs for. So that's part of the local economy. We have, in Detroit, we have a football team called the Lions. We have a baseball team. Do you know baseball?
Oh, yeah.
This,
Stick.
that's called the Tigers. Lions and Tigers. Then we have
Basketball.
basketball.
And hockey.
Basketball. What is the name of Detroit's basketball team? The Pistons.
Pistons.
Yes. So what are pistons? Pistons are part of an automobile engine that makes your engine go. It's inside the engine. So, power. And then of course the hockey team called the Red Wings. You will see Red Wings. You will see a red shirt with wings on it. That's where it came from. So that was big in the news yesterday.
Who is win?
Who won yesterday? The Lions won.
Oh, the Lions.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah. And the Pistons, not so good.
Another club, Vikings, from which city or state?
What's that?
Vikings.
The Vikings? Are they from Washington?
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, you can look that up.
I think Washington. Yep.
So let's take a look here and move on with number one. So everybody is going to have different answers. I hope that you do.
Yes.
So the question here, Mohammed, start us off.
If you won $1 million, what would you buy? I will buy a new house.
Okay, good answer. Anyone have another answer?
Don't buy a house. I need help. Gaza.
Okay, so to answer the question, you would say,
I will.
I want help.
I would,
I would help Gaza.
you would help what?
Gaza.
People
Gaza.
Gaza.
Oh, help Gaza, yeah.
Yes.
I would help people. So try to think when you have, to make it easy for yourself, when you have a question, answer the question back. What would you buy? I would buy. Where will you go? I will go. What? So in this case, it's not I want. Amira, it's not I
Would.
want. It's I would.
Yes.
Yeah, I would. Any other answers? What would you buy? Who said a house? Who would buy a house?
No.
Nobody.
I think it is not a good idea for a man.
What?
Because you won't stay all life in one place.
Is that good or bad?
For me it is bad.
You want to move?
Yeah, I like to. But when you buy a house,
Houston. Houston.
Why do people buy a house then? Why buy?
when they have a family,
If you buy a house, it's for you and for your family. You can always sell it.
Yeah.
You can sell it. And often the price each year
Go up.
goes up, so you have like money in the bank, your house goes up. But
No,
it can
I'm not.
go down. It's a risk, yeah. Number 2,
if you are
Saeed, you try that.
If you were the teacher of this class, what would you teach? I would teach history.
You would teach history. What would you teach?
I would teach Arabic.
Arabic. You'd be teaching Arabic to yourself. You could teach me Arabic. Yeah. Arabic has a long tradition of many famous books. So when we talk about teaching English, there is teaching what we do in here. We're teaching the basic English of learning the language, but there's also many books written in English, and people learn from reading the book. What are the ideas in the book? So it's 2 parts to teaching a language. Sala, number 3.
if you call life in different,
Wait.
if you call
What?
if you call live,
Live, excellent.
yeah, if you could live in a different country, where would you live?
Notice there's 2 conditionals. Could and would.
Couldn't, can, and will.
Yep.
I would
I
live
could live
USA.
in Lebanon.
What? In a different country.
Yes,
I would.
I would live USA.
You would, well, what did you say?
I would like to leave, come back to Afghanistan.
He would like to live in Afghanistan, but he's also
I
saying
could live
Because
in
I
Lebanon.
was born in Afghanistan.
he would like, the word for that would be go back to
Yeah.
or return.
Never friend.
Yeah, to Afghanistan. Why?
Because I was born in Afghanistan.
Anyone else would like to live, if you could live in another country, would like to go somewhere else? Maybe? You like to travel.
Yeah, like
So this one's asking why. So when we say why, we often because. Why? Because. Number 4,
if you
number 4, Amira, try that.
If you could meet one famous president
Person.
person, who would it be?
Would be my
I would be
How would you answer that? I would like
I would like
I
to
would,
see
I would like to meet.
meet.
Said
I
here,
would,
Yeah.
notice here, meet.
I would
like to
meet Trump.
meet.
Trump.
I
now,
would like to meet Trump. Why?
Because I want to see him.
What?
Because I want to see him.
So
Bill Clinton.
the important thing here is I would like, if it asks the question, if you could meet one famous person, so then you answer that, I would like to meet, then the name, okay? And then the next part would be the reason why. So you'd answer once again, because. He was a good president? Was he?
For what?
What makes a good president?
Good question.
What? What makes a good president?
Ben pronto.
Huh?
What makes a good president?
Ben pronto.
Big
What?
deal?
What makes someone good, someone not good?
What he did for people. He made for people.
What he does for
Yeah,
people,
what he does
for the country.
for the country, for the people.
Anyone else have a famous person?
Person is Elon Musk.
Pardon?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Why?
I want to touch how he thinks.
To see how he thinks. So sometimes maybe in your life you will meet someone very famous, like Elon Musk.
Oh,
If you met Elon Musk, what would you say to him? What would you say?
That's what.
what to say? What's our future? How's he think?
What do you see in the future? Because he's a thinker.
What about
They're
you?
making copies, I don't know if we'll get it today, about a person who was a thinker. The telephone. Who invented the telephone? A thinker. A person who thought a lot. So let's go down here to the bottom. In the box on the bottom it says, contrary to fact conditionals. Remember, could, would, should. Here in the box it says, if we spent more money on education, comma, that clause, we break it off with a comma, we would have better schools. If, then it says we would have. Then the next one, if we didn't have a police force, there would be more crime.
Right.
Now here are the rules. Use contrary to fact conditionals to describe situations that aren't true now and that the speaker thinks will probably never be true. That's like that first one. If I had $1 million, I would buy a new house. $1 million, if I said $1 billion, that's maybe, that's too big. It's not going to happen. So it shows it's not going to happen. The next one, it says here, use a comma after the if clause when it comes first. So remember this, when you say it, the if, you can use that clause first or second, in the front or the back. In formal English, use were for the past tense of be in there.
All set.
You don't have to worry about this too much, but it's just a little, to show you why it would be. usually with he, past tense, we say he was, he wasn't. But with the conditional, when you see it, you will see, you don't have to worry about it. If you say, if he was here, I would give him some coffee. You will hear that and it's just fine. But when you see it, you say, why were? It's the rule about the condition. It always takes
Where?
Where?
Let's turn the page here. And notice it did that for us. This is the past tense of be, were.
Yeah.
So try 1 through 8 and fill these in. If you do that fast and want to go down and start part C, you can do that also.
Rice. Where or I would move away.
If they pay out
If
and you have they play children, the children have what?
what
Families have two or other if they pay out if they play and not I feel that it's bad with that correct things of the government. Isn't it? No, yeah. And sure. Taxes. For people to have after the accounts phase 3 rock life. That's this for this raise pin or the pin may be pinned.
All right, we'll do this together and fill these in. So, on part B, was that Shayla? Could you read number 1 for us? What, did you have a question?
Yes. Number 3.
Number 3? Okay, we'll get to it. Let's do number 1 first, okay?
Yes.
Housing press behavior lower we have more old move to large apartment.
Okay, take a look at how they construct this. When you see this and it says the word B in parentheses, it means we have to use the right form of B.
Where?
Over here, the next one is move.
Yeah.
We have to do something with move. So these are conditionals. We know that. If tells us it's going to be conditional. So housing prices, and then it says were lower. Then we would move to a larger apartment. Notice prices were. If it was price, it would still be were. When we use the if, it's going to be were, not be, not was. Number 2, Afroza.
There increase wax taxes. I vote work.
more. If they enforce it, go out. Yeah, watch.
Okay. Number 3. Does Lima, number 3.
If they pull a new path, the children had a better place to play.
What have?
Yasmin, number 4.
If people clean up after their dogs, street road help.
Conditional.
If people clean up,
So we want the conditional. So if people clean up after their dogs, the dogs would look
that's
a lot
clean.
better. We want the conditional, would look.
What the?
Back up here, Mohammed, number 5.
If a
Prices.
prices be aware, more,
No B, take that out. We have to change B to.
yeah, where,
Where?
where more,
Big word here. Affordable.
affordable, we want buy a house. We want
What does affordable means?
a
Affordable.
What?
Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. We're talking about buying a house. When we think about buying a house, what do we think about? What do you need to buy a house? Money. So the word affordable means you have enough.
yeah,
Affordable. If I say, oh, I want a new car. Okay. The Toyota. Affordable. A Mercedes. Not affordable. Too much money. Affordable. Number 6, Said.
If we have leased property near we were accident.
There what?
We were accidents.
We have.
If we,
Yes. Would be. if we have less traffic, there would be
Would be.
fewer accidents. Number 7,
If
The city provide cheap housing, the community would be more diverse.
community where
Keywords.
we have in the city.
what does that diverse mean? Last word there, diverse.
Diverse.
Keywords.
Not divorce, that's a marriage.
Diverse.
Part. Diverse means different kinds.
Diverse.
Diverse. So, in this case, it means people from different places. Diverse.
Why did we have provide this, not provide?
The city provides.
Device kind.
What does provide mean?
No, in the verb, why you add?
Why yes?
Yes, yeah.
Because the city provides, I provide, you provide, but they provide, he provides. He, she, it provides. And city is an it.
Yeah.
Number 8, Amira. Oh, wait, question?
Device. Device.
Question number 3. Ball.
Build.
Yes, ball. No word. Short form word.
If they built a new park,
Yes.
the children would have.
Yes. Have word.
Would have.
Yes. Short.
We want to use the word would with all of these today. So try number 8, Amira.
If the river not be or great we some
Wait.
we some would some in it
The
Swim.
swim watch.
Notice here,
Uh,
we- on here it
Yes.
says not be, so we have to use the negative. Were
Were.
not.
we're not, yes.
Or
The
We're
river
not,
were not dirty.
would swim.
We would swim.
Obey.
In it. The next part down here, we have to figure out
Not be.
the story a little bit. So, Shola, number 1, if I,
If I were married, I would give more money to school.
yes, what is a mayor?
Both.
What is a mayor?
Mayor.
Mayor.
What? Mayor.
Manager, city.
Yes.
Right.
The manager of a city, like for example, Hamtramck has a mayor.
Yeah.
Detroit has a mayor for the city. They manage the city.
Mayor. Hunde.
Mayor. Okay. Frozen number 2.
If schools would Maya money student
More money.
more money student would have their books.
Newer books. So what would go in there?
have,
What?
have,
Have.
Have more.
Would have.
We only use not, we don't use the would after the if, we use it in the next line. So if schools have more money, students would have more books. Number 3. And yet, Taslima?
If they had newer books, the student would appreciate more interested in learning.
Well, we just want one verb in there.
Learn,
Feel.
Would what?
learn, feel.
Right.
would be,
Would be.
would be.
Would he?
Would be. Yasmin? Number 4.
If they were more interested in learning them, would were more.
Would,
Learn,
would learn.
Would learn.
would learn.
Back up here, Muhammad, number 5.
If the student learn more than their own
They
intelligence,
would what?
Every,
would
like,
like
appreciate,
Appreciate.
appreciate.
I think that would be a good answer. Appreciate means that it's like the word like.
Yeah.
Appreciate. Hello? Hello? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm sorry. Number 6,
If they feel proud of them.
if they what?
Feel proud. Proud.
also feel high. Would also.
Did you know that I'm getting my very own channel for Sirius XM?
Number 7, Amira?
If students were happier,
Happier.
they would be school more.
They would
Like.
like is a good answer. Where are we, number 8?
8.
Okay.
After that, school more
They
Would,
would what?
work, work.
Work hard.
Work harder, I think is a good answer.
Yeah.
Work harder. Number 9. Okay, Rosa? If
If they work
If they worked harder,
harder, they like
would
would
improve
improve.
improve their
grades.
Would improve.
Improve.
Okay, I want to put my map up here and show you a little bit about a couple of things. Let's see.
Has to improve.
Any questions on this? If would conditionals. I picked this up. This is a map of the USA. And it shows I'm going to put this up on the wall to look at. Can you see back there a little bit? Notice that Alaska, which is up here, and Hawaii, which is over here, and the Samoan Islands and Puerto Rico, which are not on this map, are shown. But these spots of green that you see on here are national parks. What is a national park? National.
Original.
No.
National.
Old,
Oh, national.
old.
No national team.
Then
National.
it's not allowed hiking.
What does national mean? Nation.
It's for all people.
For the people in that country. So if I said, what nation are you in right now?
New.
USA. The United States is a country or a nation. If I said, what nation were you born in? It means the country where you were born. So when we talk about the United States of America, USA is a country. It is a nation. Michigan, over here, is not a nation. It's a state. So when we talk about national parks, it means the whole country. So notice here, down here, and it doesn't show, you can't see it from there because the lines are very small to show you the different states. But notice some huge parks. These are national parks. National parks. Here in Michigan, right here,
We
it's
have-
called River Raisin National Park. If you take 75 expressway, about 40 miles from Detroit, you would get there.
National Park.
National Park. There's another one up here near Traverse City. A huge one out here in Lake Superior, the whole island. And there's one up here and one here. Some of these are very big. Let's take a look here. Here's California.
National park.
Can you see that? These are all national parks in the United States. Who can go there?
If you want.
Anyone. It's open to the public. And they're usually very beautiful. And what's different about a national park? When you go to a national park, no motel, no hotel. You drive in, you drive out. Some of them allow people to stay in a tent. You can camp, but many of them, not a good idea because there are animals, wild animals. But anyway, this is National Park, and if you ever travel to these states or go here, I think you would enjoy seeing them. These are protected, no hunting. There are rules about taking things out into the national forest. So that was, I picked that up, and now I want to show you a little bit about California. Can you help me? So,
Yes.
This one I can put on. A little bit of geography for you. The United States of the states of the United States, we have 52, right? 52 states?
50.
50 states. 52 is the number of weeks, so that's a common thing to remember, or a thing that's important to remember. 50 states. Mexico is down here. Mexico also has states, but there are some countries that don't have states. They're divided up in a different way. Up here in Canada, Canada has what's called provinces. So the one that we talk about mostly here, because it's close to us, is a huge province called Ontario. So Ontario is a province in Canada. Michigan is a state in the United States. So anyway, we'll take a look here at California. Notice California goes from all the way from Mexico up here to this latitude line. If we took it across here, it's about the same as the bottom of Michigan. So it goes all the way from down here up to here. And the weather is very different from here to here. Further south in San Diego, where you had been, what's it like in San Diego?
It's a hot.
It's warm, it's hot.
Yeah.
Summers are hot.
And the winter wear.
San Diego is also quite dry, not a lot of rain. Further up,
Los Angeles.
when you pass Los Angeles, this area in here, you can't see it on this, but there are hills here, and over here there are mountains. Mountains with snow on them.
Really?
Yes. The further up you go, you come to San Francisco, and up from here, up through here, forests. Lots of huge trees. Some of these trees are 500, 1,000 years old. They're huge. The tree from here
Whoa.
over here. In fact, there are some trees that at one time they didn't know how special these trees were, and they actually cut a hole in the tree and you can drive your car through it. It's
Huge.
damaging for the trees. They should not have done that. They can't do it anymore. But anyway, this area in San Francisco is where I went, and went down as far as right here. And the ocean in California is interesting because the ocean comes from the cold of Antarctica, and the cold water here keeps the water cold, so that if you were to go here and jump in the ocean, even in the summer, the water doesn't feel very warm. Like this one down here in Florida, this is very warm water. The other thing that was interesting about California is that California has a history long before it was called California. And there are hundreds of Native American people with their own culture, their own language, that lived in these places in California. And many of them have sites that you can go and learn about Native Americans. I thought it was pretty interesting. This side will show you some of the things that you would see in these national parks. This is up in the, this is in the forest, in the hills. This is a guy fishing. These are Bryce Canyon, which is a special kind of mountains where the water has gone through and made these very strange hills. And I think parts of Yemen are like that, where the water has washed through, and there are canyons, valleys and canyons through the rock. This one, National Park in Hawaii, and this happened not that long ago. There's a volcano
In
in
California?
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Nothing right now is in California, no volcano right now. But further up in Seattle, which is in the state of Washington, there is a large mountain right here. It's called Mount Rainier. And Mount Rainier has smoke coming from the top all the time. It's covered with snow and ice and smoke. Why? Because it's coming from below, and at some point it's going to, who knows when. It's expected, but we don't know when. So right here in San Francisco area, right here, is where many of the technology companies are located. So for example, Google. Do you know Google?
Yes.
Those companies are operating out of San Francisco. If you go to San Francisco, the strangest thing is to see cars that are driving with no one in them. It's a robot car. No driver, no passenger, just a car going down the street, operated by computers. Tesla, Subaru, Honda, and Toyota have these electric cars that are operated by robots. Would you get in one? Would you ride in a robot car?
Yeah, in the future.
Now, today.
No.
No? Why?
Because I didn't have enough money.
Oh, what if I gave you, I said, oh, Mohammed, I'll give you a free ride. I'll pay for it.
It's okay.
What?
Yeah.
You do it? My daughter did it.
It is not affordable.
They're using them for Uber and Lyft
Yeah.
in California.
It's a good. Under that, that's it.
Problem is that they're having accidents. The car is making a mistake.
Oh.
All right, we'll stop for today, and tomorrow we're going to talk about Martin Luther King and about your telephone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, telephones. The guy who invented telephones. Have a good day. Be careful of this weather. You driving? Oh, you know what I have to tell you? In San Francisco, I looked and there's a place, Yemeni coffee shop in San Francisco. And we went in there and had a cup of coffee. And the guy who owns that restaurant is from Dearborn. Yes, he has one in San Francisco and one in Dearborn. I thought that was interesting.
The first is interested. I want to report.
I think you would like it. You'd like it. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.